Ooh, and am I live? Let's hope so.
And am I live?
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Let's hope so. And am I live? Oh, that sounds good to me.
You know, I always have to double check just in case, because as I've often said, yes, I'm a one-man show here. So, hello. Oh, yes, hello. And I see I've got visitors right away. I love it. You know, it's always fun. Oh, wonderful. Yes, thank you. It is great to see. Oh, yes, lovely. Okay. I'm always so excited to think, yes, I'm not alone. You know, I don't mind sewing alone, but it's always wonderful to have company, especially that I don't have to worry about cleaning up the rest of my sewing room. There's only so much all of you can see. So that is wonderful. Oh, let me spin around. Oh, hello, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. It's wonderful to see you all back live in the Continental Club. Yes, I'm Michael Smith, the National Education Manager of Janome, Canada, and back from my palatial estate, again with my beautiful Marilyn, always keeping an eye on me. Yes, it's wonderful to see you all for towards the end of July. Can you believe it? How fast the time is going. But the wonderful thing is, you know, there's a lot of quick and easy things we can do on our fabulous CM17 in particular here today that we can, you know, really get our projects done quickly and then go out and enjoy. It's a beautiful day here. So great that I can get my sewing done and then go out and enjoy some beautiful weather. So I hope all of you are having a fabulous day. Thank you so much for taking time out to enjoy, again, more about the CM17. There is so much we can do with that machine. It's astounding. And then, of course, if we get into the software, that's all available with Artistic Digitizer in the Embroidery Link app, and then, even AccuSketch. You know, there's so much that we can do, more that we can do with our machine. But today I really wanted to focus on exactly things that we can do directly right on the machine. Many feedback that I hear from people is, oh, I'm not all that comfortable with that Artistic Digitizer software. I'm not all that comfortable with that Embroidery Link app, and my Wi-Fi's not working and all of that. Well, there's a lot we can do on our machine directly to create some fun new designs with built-in designs that are in the machine. So, yes, I see on my fabulous clock of my CM17, don't you love having that clock there, to try to keep me on track here. So, yes, it is after 3, so let's get started for some, fabulous new designs we can create. Well, again, there's so many editing capabilities we can do directly on our fabulous CM17. Now, I love the Artistic Digitizer software. I love the Embroidery Link app that is exclusive for the CM17. And again, even apps like our AccuSketch app, you know, there's a lot that we can do to create new designs. But, you know, there's so much we can do directly on the machine. So, where this came from, remember these guys. Now, anyone familiar with the 550E will remember, it was 4 years ago where that machine came out already, and we got these adorable monsters. These were in the hoop projects, using that big RE36B hoop, which is the 7.9 by 14.2 hoop. So the big new hoop of the, 550E, we had these in the hoop monsters. There's this guy here in the black, and then the little ghost in the white. And then this guy looks kind of like a doorstop, so we thought a draft dodger there for the door. So how cool is that? So these were the original 3 monsters, in the hoop monsters. So the cool thing about in the hoop projects, especially if they were entirely new to you, fast, easy projects, again, they're so adorable that all that stitching, even putting the front and back together is all done in the hoop, and then you take it out and stuff it. Well, then, of course, you see how addicting they became. I created this whole rainbow family of monsters, and then even this guy in the red, isn't he so cute? Using the, again, editing capabilities of our embroidery machine so we can shrink the design. These guys are the same design, but again, using the editing capabilities directly on our machine, we can then enlarge the design, shrink the design, and again, then we made a whole rainbow family. Now, if you go on the Janome HQ YouTube channel, I have a playlist of all the monsters, and I synced it with a song that has to do with the color. So, very, very fun series, again, on Janome HQ YouTube channel, and you'll see me stitch out all of these monsters. And then, of course, oh, well, you know, most of us... using a built-in design is fine. It's a good jumping off point, and most of us then have to go do our own thing. So this guy here with the hair, oh yes, then you can add hair to the monsters, or many people on this guy here that we added like scales and things here. You could add hair to him. Like there's just so many fun things you can do to embellishment. And then some were adding their names to it. Like there's so much you can do. So that was the original monsters. Well, then with the CM17, look at those cute penguins. And again, you can change things like, oh, the color of the scarf. So my favorite color is red, and my partner Joe, his favorite color is blue. So again, you can easily change things like the thread color to make it your own, and that cute little panda bear there. So there's so many new in the hoop monsters and other animals of the CM17. So, but then, you know, that's just not enough to leave well enough alone. We can do more. So yes, let's go into, it's so easy adjusting our CM17 here. Let's go into our home, and then we select our embroidery mode, and then it's going to ask us, yes, do you have the correct presser foot on and all of that? So we'll say yes. There we go. Oh, you can still see me in there, but that's okay. Yes, I'm going to say hi with the reflection. I wonder if that will be a little better for you to see. Oh, I don't know. You still see maybe that's a little better. Less reflection. So yes, so if you see, oh, do we want to resume? Well, in this case, no, I don't want to resume. I want to show you exactly how to do what I've done. So, but I love the resume mode normally. So here we are with our fabulous LCD screen of our CM17. Now you'll notice right away I have the PM precision marker embroidery foot on my machine, and there it is. It was one of the new feet of the CM17. Again, this looks like the regular P embroidery foot, but the PM precision marker, there is a light that shines down to give us that accurate needle position. Now, many people said, oh, but then where's the laser light? I don't see it. Well, we don't have anything selected here on our LCD screen, and all of these other commands at the bottom are grayed out. We first need a design, then we get some of those editing capabilities. So designs in all Janome embroidery machines, it's the little flower. And then, yes, our gorgeous big for the RE46D hoop, the big 11 by 14.2 hoop. We can scroll through our designs this way, scroll through this way, or, you know, we can go on. The next icon here is by hoops. There's the little flower design with the hoop around it. So we can search faster, easier. Oh, do I want to use that RE46D hoop? Well, yes. I try to use that hoop as much as possible. I love it. So we can scroll through our designs this way. So I have my hoop selected, and then again scroll through here with these arrows at the side. And look at all the gorgeous designs. Look at all of them. Like, it's just endless. You know, there's 1,230 designs built into this machine, but then again, we can customize and create more right on the machine. So here are our 3 original monsters that were built into the 550E, but then, yes, now they've added the cute little family with the dog and the cat, and then another bear, again, the penguin, the turtle, the rabbit, everything. And then they've got more designs, more in the hoop designs. So they're really, really cool. If you're new to, again, in the hoop, this is a great jumping off point. And again, which kid isn't going to love that? So that's really, really cute. But then, what if we want to create our own original monster? Maybe somebody like, maybe somebody like him. Look, isn't he adorable? So this is where we can use the built-in design to the machine. The monster shape, do you see? He looks just like the white little ghost back there. He's the same shape, but he has a different face. Or how about, ooh, this guy here, doesn't he look kind of scary for like Halloween? Now there, the black monster in the distance there with the one eye, he's the same body. He looks like a big cat with the fangs. But yes, it's the same body. Now this guy that I'm holding here is bigger. And again, we use the editing capabilities of the machine, but the face, it's entirely different. In this case, this guy here doesn't have any hands, as in the case of the design, the one-eyed monster, he's got some hands, this guy does not. And then again, his face is entirely different, but the shape, the body is the same. So yes, how can we do all that? Or remember this little... Again, I call him the doorstop. This little guy here. Well, do you believe? This is exactly the same design. Ta-da, look at the difference there. This, where it says Mike, my name, again, that would be a great draft stopper, you know, for the door, or put it on your headboard, or, you know, a nice little plaque, whatever. It's the exact same shape. It's the same design. I used this design, but again, the editing capabilities of our machine, then I increased the size, and instead I put lettering on instead of stitching out this monster. So again, you can do so many things on your embroidery machine. So yes. Now again, we could use our fabulous artistic digitizer software to create our own faces for these monsters. We could use the Embroidery Link app to, again, edit them, as I'm going to show you here. And oh yes, we could even use our free AccuSketch app, and we could draw our own face and then send it into our machine to stitch out our own face. But again, maybe you don't have access to internet at the time, or maybe, again, you're not that comfortable with the software components yet. So let's just do it here on the machine. So here is my monster design that I'm going to be using. Now, I'm not going to be stitching this out because not only that makes a little bit more noise, but as well it takes a little bit more time. But there, so I'm about ready to start. Don't you love the way these embroidery hoops just snap in? So simple, so easy. Here is my big RE46D hoop, and I've already started my project here. But the first thing that I want to do, since we are using that big, beautiful hoop, again, we might as well take advantage of it. So let's go to the editing mode here, which is the hoop and the design with the little pencil. So editing mode, so we see here is our little monster, but because we have so much more space, let's go down to the editing mode. Here is a piece of paper with a little smaller piece of paper. So this is to resize. So click on that. And now from 100%, we can generally, with most designs, we can go up 20% or we can go down 20%. So here I've done 20% bigger, and look at how much more space he takes up in the hoop. So that's wonderful. Click OK. And then now we could go stitch this guy out. You know, he's different than the others because I've made him bigger. But no, I want to do more. So let's go back into our design folder here, and we can scroll through again to find our designs in many ways. Let's scroll over to category number 14. And these are baby children's designs, and there's 3 pages, one of 3 pages. Look at these faces here. Well, there is the bear. That little bear, or again, to me, he looks like a bear. So, ooh, look at him there. Isn't he so cute? So, yes, can I put bear by bear? And I have to scroll way out. But yeah, so then again, I took that face and put him on that other ghost body. Or then again, I took the other one. To me, it looks like a cat. where, yes, it is in that baby children's design. I put that face on that monster body. So very, very fun. So in this case, I'm going to go select, again, that what to me looks like a cat. So yes, there, he's got some whiskers. So there's my original, again, monster. And now I want that face. I want to position that face. So because we have our original design behind it, we can use our, again, editing functions like here to move the design all the way up, or we could, again, if we wanted to increase or decrease the size, we could. In this case, I'm going to leave him exactly as he is. But then, yes, I can move him up, and to me, I'm going to position the whiskers, the opening of his mouth, about where the mouth line of the original monster is. So then, again, we just move him up like that. There we go. Position if you wish. Now, what I'm also paying attention to is the corner of his eye to make sure it's not too close to the curve of his head. I'm not sure if I'm able... Oh, I can zoom in a little bit. Yes. So there we go. I'm paying attention to, again, the points of his eye. I want to make sure it's not too close to that curve. I still want to have some room there. But this represents that inner line is the stitching line that when you come in, finish this monster and you're going to put the back side of the fabric right sides together with the right side of the fabric here, and it's going to do that stitching all the way around the monster. It leaves the opening right here at the side. So that way when you're finished and you take it out of the hoop, this outer line is the trimming line. So you can cut all around it. And then, again, you pop it in right side out and stuff it, slip stitch that opening closed, and you're done. It is so easy to do. It's so cute. So, ooh, because, oh no. Oh, I don't know if I can zoom out again. With my hands, it's harder to do on my phone. Oh, so maybe I'm just going to leave it like this. So, yes, then there is our design. So now I've got it positioned exactly where I want it, the face. So now we can hit OK. So there we go. And then now this may look really funny, and we have to pay attention to... This is our color chart here of all the colors that are going to stitch out in which order. But to help us determine exactly what's going to stitch out, then again, we use the editing functions that are on our machine. So this little flower down here, again, you'll see a bigger flower, and then behind it, there's like a little flower, and only one section of it is highlighted. So I'm going to click on that, and then you'll see, oh, when I click on that flower, again, let me pan out a little bit so you see more of this. So when I click on this flower, do you see how this all grays out? So then I know better with that little flower selected, what's first going to stitch out are these hands. And then this outer line is going to stitch out. Again, that's our cutting line. So we would hit OK, and then again, we're going to stitch out these hands, and then it's going to stitch out this outer line. As you'll see all around here, that outer line will eventually be my cutting line. So that's cool. Then the machine will stop all on its own. And then it says the next color is going to be, oh, that's the original eye. And the original little teeth. I'm trying to get my phone out of here. Nope, it doesn't want to do that. Okay. So that's the original design and the original teeth. Well, we don't want that to stitch out, so we're just going to skip over it. In black, the 002 Janome, these are Janome colors, by the way, when people are wondering, oh, what thread do I use with my machine? Well, this JSP, that's Janome polyester embroidery thread, so that's what all these numbers correspond to. But in your machine, you can change the thread palette as well, if you wish. But again, number 2, well, that's the original mouth and the original center of the eye. So we don't want that either. So we skip over it. Now, the next line, number 4, is a little line around the center of the head, and it is a positioning line, and then you can ultimately go back and use it as a stitching line. Oh, there. If you want to add hair, then that's what that extra line is for. If you want to add hair to your monster, then they have that line that will stitch around the top. So again, you can do one line as a positioning line if you wish, or then, then you back it up and stitch for the hair. So I just laid the hair over and I taped it down with cellophane tape. So that way it doesn't get caught on the foot. And it works beautifully. Again, there's a Janome Life blog about that. So you can go back to review. So then again, we don't need that stitch out in this case. So I'm just going to keep going. Now this, stitch number 5 here, is going to be the inner stitching line that is going to attach the right side of the fabric and the wrong side of the fabric. Well, we don't want to do that yet because we still haven't stitched out our new monster face. So I'm going to just keep scrolling. There, do you see it highlighted now? Stitch number 6, in this case color 253, but again, you can choose to use any color you wish. There, do you see it's highlighted? So that's my eyes. So again, what I did when I stitched this out, I wanted my arms, and then I wanted this outer line, that's my cutting line, and then I just kept skipping through all the other colors until I got to the color number 6 is going to be then for his background of his eyes and his teeth. And then once that's stitched out, then we skip ahead to, again, it'll automatically skip ahead to number 7 is then for the dark part of his eyes, and in which case it was color 205. I just did it in black. For his, again, pupils, and then the snout, and then the little whiskers there. So then, boom, he's all done. So now I can go back, and I want to go back and back because now I want to go back and finish him off. So that's going to do that stitch out all around. So again, super fast, super easy to do. So let me try to do this. There we go. I've got him hooped up, the big beautiful RE46 D hoop, and then again I take my, in this case I'm using flannel, you use whatever you wish, but then there I'm just going to lay on, again I've got it right sides together, and lay it on, and then again let me expose that. Don't you love the way that this hoop clamps on? It just slides over like that, and then I always suggest put 2 fingers behind this coupling mechanism here, and then with your right thumb, in my case, I'm just gonna push, and you're gonna hear that click. To release, you just lift, boom, so simple. But again, by holding your 2 fingers here, and then you hear that click, because I find a lot of people, they're afraid to push on this to really click it in. So that's why if you support it with your 2 fingers here, you won't have any problems. So then now that that's out of the way, and then there we go, then I'm ready to stitch this out. Now I wanted to mention, I neglected to mention the last part of this precision marker here. Again, we have it indicated, but oh, I don't see it yet. Well, that's what that little bullseye here is for. So once that is highlighted, then I hope you'll be able to see that little light that is on the fabric. So the PM precision marker is there to help you align, especially if you have a thread break, then it'll help you go back and line up exactly where you need it. And then you can always refine with the controls here of your middle touchscreen. Then this is where you can adjust the brightness and intensity of the light with this adjustment here, or here where it says 00. Then this is where you can move, and you'll hear, and maybe you'll see it move. You can adjust the position because maybe you've got like a napped fabric like velvet, a textured fabric, or corduroy, let's say. So then you can adjust that beam of light directly under your needle, line it up on your fabric exactly where you need it. This thumb wheel has been more indispensable to me than I realized. I love this thumb wheel, and positioning your needle, even when I'm regular sewing and using applique, then I love this needle to, this thumb wheel to line up the needle for the applique. So again, you can position that light exactly under your needle, exactly where you need it. Again, using this center display, your center LCD screen, and it's this adjustment here. And again, no need to worry, oh, what was it set at? You just hit default and it goes back to normal. You can adjust your embroidery foot height. Now there's some presets here. If you've got like a loftier fabric, for example, more layers, you can adjust it so it's up higher, or again in these 2 layers of flannel, and I do have some stabilizer under my flannel as well. Even with these monsters, I still want some stabilizer there. Again, you can adjust it by default, or then we can refine it and drop the foot down even lower. So you've got all those adjustments with your CM17. Now when I'm ready to start stitching the embroidery, when I hit the start button, then again the laser light, it's indicated right here, that light is going to disappear. It doesn't stay on the entire time we're embroidering. We're just using it for the placement of our embroidery. And once we have it exactly where we need it, then it will disappear. So now, there we go. So now it's going to do its thing. It's going to stitch, to do basically like a triple stitch, you know, back and forth. So it's really secure. And it is so fun to do. So then once this design is done, and then again, you can see on the screen where we're at. So once this design is done, then we can, you know, take it out. And then I love trimming with our fabulous Janome. Ooh, we need good sharp scissors. So yes, look at this, our Janome scissor kit, a 9-piece scissor kit. There is a scissor for every need, including the applique scissors, which I love using, the duckbill scissors, because they are cantilevered for the embroidery hoop, so we can get right down there when we're doing the in the hoop projects. And because of that duckbill, then again, we're not going to cut the fabric underneath. So they're really wonderful to use. There's the 6-inch ones included in the scissor kit, but of course, oh, I can't sew without these 4-inch mini applique scissors. They're so cute, and again with that duckbill underneath, so you're not going to trim the fabric underneath. So they're really, really good. Now this is almost done. I wasn't going to necessarily finish this on air, but it's almost done. Now our machine will tell us, ooh, sorry for all this camera work, our machine will tell us how much time is remaining, but again, in this case, this 19 minutes, well, no, don't pay attention to that, because again, it thinks it still needs to stitch out the rest of that face, but we've already done that. So there we go. This is now all done. And then I can easily remove it from the hoop. And why I would like to do that, not only to show you how quick and easy it is. Oh, I wish I could shrink this. That's the trouble with, oh, there we go. So yes, that when I have this in the hoop, and there we go, it's all stitched out beautifully, then I can remove it. Now you'll see what I've done though to this fabric is I have an extra piece of stabilizer. There we go. You can see I have an extra piece of stabilizer just where the density of this face is going to stitch out. So this is just a temporary, it was a temporary iron-on interfacing, and then I have, that's on the back of my fabric, and then I have a layer of tearaway. So again, I can remove all of that when I come to remove it out of the hoop. And you see the fabulousness there. These hoops, all of them on the CM17 have these quick release levers. So we would just pop off the magnets, and then again we can easily remove our fabric. And it is so much fun that we can create all these monsters. And again, boom, let me clip this out. There we go. And then take it out of the hoop. It's so fast, it's so easy. So then I will go around, then I will go around. There's always so many moving parts and pieces, and there's never enough room on my table. Then I will go around, and then again, we can remove, there's my 2 layers of stabilizer. Again, we can easily remove it. It's there, tearaway stabilizer. We can easily remove it, or again, we're going to go back in and around with our scissors from our Janome scissor set and cut along that other line. So that's our cutting line. So it's really cool. Then we're going to flip these right side out. And again, then we have our own, I'll put them up there. Then we have our own original monsters. You know, we can add them to our family of monsters, or again, maybe, I'll have to come back and do another live to show you then how I created that guy, because that's very cool. Or again, we could do a monster like there, so we could create our own monsters, to go along with the built-in designs. So much fun. There's unlimited things you can do with your fabulous Janome CM17. Let me flip around and say thank you everyone for joining me. I don't know if you can hear Kitty up there saying, hey, it's a beautiful day, I want to get outside. So yes, I must go and get outside with her, because now when I have that design all done, this is the perfect thing to take outside. These in the hoop projects, take them outside, trim around, you know, the edges, and then stuff them with fiber fill, and then slip stitch the edge. That's a perfect project to do on a beautiful day like today. So thank you everyone for joining me today. It's fabulous to see you all. And actually, I'm back live next week in the Continental Club. And what am I going to do? I don't know. Maybe I'll keep you in suspense. And hopefully I will see you all again next week. So have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for sharing the Janome love. Bye.